You didn't plan to hear from God today. You were just trying to get through it. The day had already been heavy before it even began. The alarm went off too early. Your phone screen lit up with notifications you didn't have the energy to answer. The mirror reflected a version of yourself that looked tired in a way sleep couldn't fix. You stood there for a moment longer than usual, staring, like maybe the reflection would explain something if you waited long enough. It didn't. So you moved on, carrying that familiar weight. The quiet one. The kind no one else notices because you still show up, still function, still smile at the right moments. But today, something felt different. Not louder, not dramatic, just persistent, like a thought knocking softly at the back of your mind. Pay attention. The message didn't come in a thunderclap. It came in the most ordinary place imaginable. A small envelope sat on your table when you returned home. Plain. No stamp. No return address. Just your name written on the front in careful handwriting. Your first thought was practical. Wrong apartment. Old mail. Some kind of mistake. But your name wasn't misspelled. Not shortened. Not formal. It was written the way someone writes when they know you. You turned it over. Nothing else. For a moment, you considered leaving it unopened. Life had taught you that not every message brings good news. Some letters change things forever. You've been strong for a long time. Longer than anyone realizes. Longer than you should have had to be. You sank into the nearest chair. You hadn't told anyone how long it had been. How the strength everyone praised felt like a cage. How people admired your resilience without seeing what it cost you. You kept reading. You think you're behind. You think you missed something. Your chance, your calling, your moment. But I am not late, and neither are you. A tear slipped down your cheek before you could stop it. That thought, the fear of being behind, had followed you everywhere. Watching others move forward. Wondering if you took a wrong turn somewhere and didn't. This season feels like a pause to you. Like nothing is moving. Like you're standing still while the world rushes past. But roots grow in stillness. Foundations deepen in quiet. You stared at the sentence. A pause. You had hated that word. It sounded too close to stuck. Too close to wasted time. You keep asking when things will make sense. I am more interested in who you are becoming while they don't. That one lingered. Because it reframed everything. Maybe this wasn't punishment. Maybe it wasn't delay. The tone shifted gently. I know about the disappointment you carry. The thing that didn't work out. The person who walked away. The door that closed without explanation. Your heart ached. You thought of the unanswered questions. The endings that never came with closure. The apologies you never received. You keep replaying it, wondering what you did wrong. But not every ending is your failure. Some are simply protection. Protection. You had never considered that. I did not abandon you there. I carried you through it, even when you couldn't feel me. You closed your eyes. There had been moments near the bottom of the page, the message slowed, as if choosing its words carefully. You wonder if your life matters in the way you hoped it would. If the smallness of your days means you missed your purpose. You nodded without realizing it. That question had haunted you late at night. But purpose is not always loud. Impact is not always visible. Faithfulness in small things echoes farther than you know. You thought of the unnoticed kindnesses. The moments no one applauded. The quiet decisions to keep going. At the very end of the page, the handwriting grew slightly bolder. So here is my message for you today. You leaned forward. Rest. Just that. Then one final paragraph. Lay down the pressure you've been carrying. Release the timeline you've been gripping. Let me hold the things you were never meant to manage alone. You felt something shift. Not solved, not fixed, but softened. I am not disappointed in you. I am not distant. I am not waiting for you to get it right before I stay. Your breath came slow and deep. I am with you. Today. Here. Now. There was no signature. But none was needed. You sat there long after finishing, the paper warm beneath your hands. Nothing outside changed. The room looked the same. The noise of the world continued on schedule. But something inside you had quieted. The weight wasn't gone, but it was shared now. You folded the letter carefully and placed it somewhere safe. And for the first time in a long while, you didn't rush to figure out tomorrow. You simply rested. Because maybe the message wasn't about doing more. Maybe it was